All right, let's jump right in. For any business, your data, we're talking invoices, ledgers, all your GST records, it isn't just a bunch of files, it's one of your most critical, absolutely irreplaceable assets. Everything you do, really, depends on that data being safe and there when you need it.
So let me ask you a simple, but honestly, a kind of terrifying question. What would happen if this very second, all of your business data just vanished? A system crash, maybe a corrupted file, and suddenly it's all gone?
The impact would be instant. Your operations would grind to a dead halt. You couldn't send out invoices, which means payments get delayed. GST filings, they'd be missed. And all those crucial compliance records would just be lost. It's not just a small problem, it can literally paralyze your entire business. So to figure out how to protect this crucial asset, we've got to look at how a lot of businesses are still handling their data today and, the hidden dangers that come with that. A lot of businesses still lean on what you might call traditional backup methods. You know the drill, right? Manually saving files to your computer, plugging in an external hard drive, or using a little USB stick. It feels simple enough, and for a while, it seems like it's working just fine. But here's the thing. These methods are so fragile. What happens when that hard drive finally gives out or just gets lost? What if someone accidentally deletes the wrong folder, or worse, a ransomware attack locks up all your local files? Honestly, the biggest risk is often just human error. Someone simply forgets to do the backup, or the whole process relies on one person and their one single laptop.
And this is exactly where the old way of doing things just doesn't cut it anymore. So let's switch gears and look at the modern solution that's built to solve these exact problems: TallyDrive.
Now, I want you to think of TallyDrive not just as another backup tool, but as Backup 2.0. It's a secure, automated cloud backup that's built right into TallyPrime, and it's designed to completely upgrade how you think about keeping your data safe. This really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the old manual backups. They take time and effort, they're super vulnerable to local problems like a system crash or theft, and they are so prone to human error. But then you look at TallyDrive. It's automated. Your data is tucked away safely in the cloud, away from any local disasters. You can get to it from anywhere, and it's just consistently reliable. The difference is truly night and day.
So how does it all actually work? Well, the beauty of TallyDrive is just how simple it is. It's designed to run quietly in the background, so you can just focus on your business.
It really is a simple 3-step set-it-and-forget-it process. First, you just schedule your backup frequency one time, daily, weekly, whatever works for you. Second, you genuinely forget about it. The backups just happen automatically. And the best part, your system just needs to be on. TallyPrime doesn't even have to be running. And third, you can finally relax, knowing your data is safe.
TallyDrive is also really smart about how it works. It uses something called incremental backups. What this means is, after the first big backup, it only saves the changes you've made since the last one. The bottom line, this makes the whole process way faster and saves a ton of storage space, which is a huge deal for businesses with a lot of data. And of course, when we're talking about financial data, security is everything. Your backups can be encrypted with a password that only you set. Access is tightly controlled using authorized Tally.net IDs. And as a little safety net, a recovery key gets sent to your email just in case you forget that password, so you're never locked out. Your data is protected from system failures and from anyone who shouldn't be seeing it.
And what happens when you need to get that data back? Mistakes happen. Maybe an entry gets overwritten or some data is changed by accident. With TallyDrive, you can easily restore not just the very latest backup, but any previous version you've saved. This gives you this incredible flexibility to just rewind and get your data back to exactly how it was, totally stress-free.
All of this really builds up to a much bigger idea. TallyDrive is more than just a backup tool. It's a strategic move that gives you, the business owner, real independence and total control over your most valuable asset.
This quote just nails it. We are talking about data independence, so you're not tied to a single accountant or one specific computer. We're talking about operational continuity, so your business never has to miss a beat. And ultimately, what we're really talking about is you having complete control over your own business records. And to get you started, TallyPrime multi-user licenses that have an active Tally Software Services, or TSS, subscription automatically come with 3 GB of free TallyDrive cloud storage. If you have a single user license, you get 1 GB. It's built right in, ready for you to use from day one.
And you're never left guessing. The TallyDrive management report gives you a single dashboard where you can see everything. You can monitor how much storage you're using, check the status of all your company backups, and manage everything from one central spot. It's all about giving you visibility and control.
So let's bring this all home. The main goal here is to shift data protection from being a panicked, last-minute emergency action into a calm, everyday routine. Here are a few best practices that'll give you total peace of mind. First, schedule your automated backups for after business hours, so they never get in your way. For that extra layer of safety, it's always a good idea to also maintain a second backup schedule to a local drive. And of course, regularly check who has access to your data. And most importantly, keep your Tally software services, your TSS subscription, active. That ensures your protection is never interrupted.
And that really brings us to the final question you should be asking yourself. Right now, in your company, is protecting your data a proactive, deliberate action you take every day, or is it just an afterthought you only worry about when something has already gone wrong?